Hi everybody, I'm going to be doing my first movie review right now, and as one of you suggested, I'm going to do Jurassic Park 3. Before I do this review, I'm going to have to just let you all know that I got a bit of a cold right now, so if I sound weird, I apologize in advance. Um, okay, so let's just get down to the plot of this film. Jurassic Park 3 tells about Alan Grant, played by Sam Neill, reprising his role from the first film, and this family, the Kirby family, I believe, I can't remember their exact names. They tell him that they need to go to the island where the dinosaurs are, and he's skeptical of this, of course, because he knows, the island of dinosaurs plus humans, not a good mix, not gonna work. But then they tell me, no, we'll just kind of just fly overhead. We're not gonna do anything else. It turns out, however, that their son is actually trapped on this island, and they have to go and rescue him. So, Alan Grant, being the dinosaur expert, the paleontologist, gets pulled into this, and they all end up not only having to rescue the son, the kid from the dinosaurs, but they also have to now escape the island before getting eaten. Unlike the first two films, this one isn't directed by Steven Spielberg. Sorry. Just a while, see who it's directed by. Directed by Joe Johnson. No idea who that is. But that shouldn't really discourage you from this movie because even though it's not as good as the first two Jurassic Park films directed by Steven Spielberg, it's actually rather good in terms of, your fun little monster movie. Um, the acting is okay. Sam Neill does a really good job as Alan Grant again, and he got, um, I think it's Laura Dern. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Let me have a double check here. Laura Laura Dern. Doesn't say on here, but she's in this film. I think that's who it is, who plays Ellie Sattler again. My main problem with this, with her coming back, is that she's basically just pushed back as a minor character. They never really give her any much of a point to be there. I mean, her role could pretty much be played by any character, and also the fact that in the original film, Ellie is sort of Dr. Grant's love interest, and they kind of just toss that aside for some unknown reason. Um, the good parts of this film, first of all, the special effects are amazing. You got the late great Stan Winston working on the dinosaurs as he did with the previous films, and they look absolutely incredible. They look more or less better than they did in the first two films. Um, the raptors definitely look better. I think they actually have feathers like raptors did in real life. Of course, they only have like a few feathers on top of their head, but it's an improvement. My only complaint about the dinosaurs in terms of their looks is the T Rex is this really ugly shade of green. I'm not sure why that is. It just is. Um, there are a few scientific bloopers in this film, but since this is essentially a Hollywood monster movie, I can let that slide. It's like I mean, Godzilla's full of scientific bloopers as well, and I still love the movie. Anyway, this film actually introduces two new dinosaurs to this. Well, actually, I should say two new prehistoric animals, and I'll tell you why in a moment. The first one they introduce is the Spinosaurus, which is, of course, the dinosaur with the long snout and the sail on its back, which is supposed to be the replacement for the T Rex. Personally, I don't see why this is because Spinosaurus is thought to be more of a fish eater than a big animal eater. Of course, Spinosaurus could grab the large animals, but in terms of going against T Rex, which had stronger jaws than Spinosaurus, it's not really that good of a transition. I would have gone with, I don't know, Allosaurus, Gigantosaurus, Carnotaurus, Carnotaurosaurus or whatever its name is, Utah Raptor maybe, one of those predators, but again, that's just me. Second prehistoric animal they go with is the Pteranodon, which most people probably think pterodactyl. Um, Pteranodon is not a dinosaur. I'm just going to say that right now. Pteranodon is not a dinosaur. It never was a dinosaur. It never will be a dinosaur. It's a different um, group of prehistoric reptiles altogether. Anyway, the pteranodon's role is basically of your typical giant flying reptile scene where, they're running from it, it picks someone up and carries it off. Um, it doesn't really add much to the plot, it's just there for suspense. So, this film is, has okay acting, pretty basic run-of-the-mill monster movie plot, great special effects, and some rather, interesting monsters, in this case dinosaurs in it. So would I recommend it? If you're a die-hard Jurassic Park fan, or if you just love monster movies, I definitely recommend it right away because, it's a really interesting installment in the franchise. But if you're just a casual fan or just someone who's just new to it, I'd recommend renting it first because this definitely is not as good as the first two films.